to me, it calls that into, it is strange. Listen, this is my thoughts. Either Crystal is so dangerous in the sense that you better watch every word you say because it's going to be something. She's so dangerous. And I apologize on Patreon this past weekend to Crystal. I underestimated this girl. I underestimated this season 1 Crystal Kong. Everyone's like, look, that girl is boring. She's dangerous. That's the first thing. The second thing is I hate this on Jersey when they're talking about Jackie and Evan's affair. I don't like going back a year. I don't want to talk about Puppygate now. Let's bring up some Munchausen's. I love when it changes. So here we are thinking there's these 4 people and Crystal and Sutton and Garcelle are such a tight group. I love that. Now, wait a second. We have a problem within this threesome. Love it. I love when things change. I don't want to go back. So why are we talking about this? It already happened. And then third, it's like, this is a risky move to me if it's not true, because it shows either A, you know how to play this game way better than I thought you did. So bravo, you're here to stay, you're here to play. Or B, if you're making this up because you need a storyline, then that could be brilliant and producers could be like, wow, girlfriend understands the game. Or it could be like, holy shit, you got nothing, babe. You got nothing but a bunch of hot air and a fake story, and we're not keeping you. So I really think this could go one of 2 ways. A lot of people don't think it's true. A lot of people think this is pulled out of nowhere. Look, we have this hot mic moment with Lisa Barlow where, I mean, she probably knew she was on mic. They pick up everything. They pick up whatever is said, it's there. So where is this? Where is this thing that Sutton said, or this conversation? Where is it? Because it's somewhere and no one seems to, it probably wasn't said, right?
Do you think it's getting ready to drop? Do you think the next episode there'll be more?
No one's talking like that. No one's talking like that. Normally that shit leaks out.
Okay, so if your theory is correct, like there's really nothing there, do you think this is the final season for Crystal then? Because I mean, the problem is this has turned people so quickly, I think, against Crystal. Like, I think everybody the first season, to your point, was like, well, you know, she's young. She's like, let's give her a shot. You know, she's married to a high up Disney exec, you know, like they're very rich. And, you know, and everyone loves, of course, you know, she's Asian. She brings diversity, all those good things. So I don't know. Do you think this is the end? This is giving me Ebony vibes. I feel like Bravo did Ebony wrong. And like this season, they're just like, they want to get rid of Crystal. So it's like, they're going to paint it like Crystal's awful. I don't know. What do you think?
It's either that or it's like, wow, like the fact that you like, look, I mean, sign me up. Like, is that what it takes? You just sit there and think of like a fake story. And it's kind of like you're brilliant beyond anything I ever gave you credit for. Versus it could be her last season. It could. It depends how it plays out. I also have some other very controversial beliefs about whose last season it could also be.
Are you sharing them here, or was this a Patreon exclusive?
No, I mean, listen, I feel like, look, we got to see how the whole season plays out, right? Maybe we'll keep everyone. Jersey's kept everyone for a really long time until demoting Jackie. I feel we're heading towards the end of our stay with Dorit. We are. I really feel that way. I don't know.
I love Dorito. No, you have to keep her. I love.
Listen, this is not a strong belief. I am not sure of this belief. I'm questioning myself, but just like Jackie in the home and in the anorexia, where do we go with Dorit? Like, what? Here's the thing: Diana isn't really 3-dimensional at this point, but there's something there. You scratch that surface, and there's some crazy there behind those eyes. Even with Crystal, you scratch that surface, there's some something there. There's some crazy there that we don't know about. We're not getting rid of Kyle. We're not getting rid of Rinna. Sorry, everybody. We're not getting rid of EJ. Bravo doesn't care about victims. This is just, so we're going to go down the list. If we're going to start getting rid of someone, we're not getting rid of Garcelle. Garcelle is a great housewife. She understands
she's
the assignment.
amazing. She's
So
amazing.
I
Sutton's
just think
amazing.
Sutton, I love Sutton because Sutton's calm until you come for her. And then Sutton's a great housewife.
She's amazing. She's amazing.
Hate her if you want. She gets it. I'm going down in process of elimination. What we don't know about Crystal and Diana, to me, is more intriguing to the viewer than we kind of know everything about Dorit. Now, I'm not convinced. Dorit is wonderful, and PK, they give us life. So maybe nobody will go anywhere. But when I start crossing off and think who is in that strange look, everyone gasped when Jackie was demoted. And I get it. We talked about it. Like, I just think if this home invasion is so big, and where do we go with Dorit after this? Like, what's left? Convince me. I have nothing against her. I just think Crystal and Dorit are the two that I would keep my eye on for maybe not being invited back. One of the two.
What do you think we need to see from Dorit that like we see from a Sutton? Or, because I mean, really, when you think about it, like Sutton's kids aren't even on, I mean, you see Sutton's store. I mean, Sutton is so great because she is calling out the greats, right? In a way that no one has ever done before, like in a way of, she kind of got at Lisa Rinna, like she's really great at going after EJ in a way that the audience wants.
Well, Sutton,
so what do you think it is with Dorit?
I mean, if you think about it, yeah, that's a good point. And I was thinking about that the other day. Sutton, has a free pass in a lot of ways. Like, she wasn't a housewife. She was supposed to be, and then divorced with a husband, and she couldn't show her kids and blah, blah, blah. So she was demoted, and then she earned her diamond in her second season just because, I mean, this whole Erica thing was larger than all of us. And she keeps her diamond now. But right, we are seeing Harry Hamlin at home. What are we seeing in Sutton's actual life? Like, what is the life story? Yeah, the designer, and like, she's not showing her kids. She's not showing her. So
we're not even seeing Sutton date, really. I mean,
nope, she's getting a free pass. And Dorit does have PK. She has a home story. And listen, Sutton is not so safe either. But I just think it would just, I don't know. This could be the end of Crystal. And if not, my mind, just everyone have your own answer. Take your emotions out of it. Who if it's not Crystal, who would be on the chopping block? Who would it be? I come back to Dorit. I can't help it. She's not, there's nothing really there. My husband
watches RHOBH with me, and he agrees with you. And he's like, enough. He's like, all season long, all we're going to hear is Dorit equating everything to this home robbery. Now, I think the home robbery is pretty traumatic. I mean, yes. I think that's like pretty dramatic, but my husband's already over it. He's like, oh, Dorit, give it a rest. I'm like, honey, that is like so crazy.
But listen, again, Jackie's gone after an eating disorder. Jackie had her best storyline ever, and she's gone. It's just, if this happens, everybody, this is where you heard it. Right here.
I know. No, I understand. I don't know. I mean, and I'm trying to think of what it would take with Dorit. I don't know. I know.
Like, I just don't know what next. Like, we have fashion, we have a home invasion, we have PK. Like, what comes next? And yes, not much with Kyle either, but Kyle drives this bus. Kyle drives the bus.
Well, but Kyle